Today, nearly 59% of the United States population lives in states where gay people can marry. Gay and lesbian Mississippians remain among the shrinking minority of Americans denied their rights under the equal protection and due process clauses of the 14th Amendment. There now can be no doubt that the United States Supreme Court's landmark decision in United States v. Windsor compels the relief that my clients are seeking today. In Windsor, the Supreme Court explicitly recognized that marriage is more than a routine classification and that marriages between gay couples are a far-reaching legal acknowledgement of the intimate relationship between two people, a relationship deemed by the state worthy of dignity in the community, equal with all other marriages. At the heart of Windsor is the principle that gay people have dignity and that the United States Constitution mandates that their dignity be respected equally under the law. My clients, who you will hear from shortly, love and care for each other just like straight married couples in Mississippi do. They raise their children just like straight married couples in Mississippi do. And they work hard and they pay their taxes just like straight married couples in Mississippi do. But because they are lesbians who live in Mississippi, they are treated like second-class citizens under the law. The fact is that my clients and thousands of other gay citizens of Mississippi struggle every day to live in a society that does not legally recognize their families or their relationships. Right now, if God forbid, one of my clients gets sick tomorrow, there should be no question whether her spouse will be able to visit her in the hospital or make important medical decisions about her treatment. But there is. When it comes time for my clients to pay their taxes, they shouldn't have to go to the trouble and expense of preparing two sets of forms, but they do. And perhaps most importantly, Becky and Andrea's 15-month twin boys and Jossie and Carla's 6-year-old daughter and 2-year-old son deserve to have two legal parents who are married under the laws of their home state. But right now, they don't. That's just plain wrong, and we've asked the court to make it right. This case is not a legal dispute about social policy. It is not about lofty discourses on the role that courts should play in our democracy. It is instead about the lives of real people, like my clients, who work hard at their jobs, pay their taxes, and raise their kids. As a dissenting judge in the circuit explained last week, instead of recognizing the plaintiffs as persons suffering actual harm as a result of being denied the right to marry, my colleagues view the plaintiffs as social activists who have somehow stumbled into federal court inadvisably when they should be out campaigning to win the hearts and minds of voters. But these plaintiffs and these couples are not political zealots trying to push reform on their fellow citizens. They are committed same-sex couples who want to achieve equal status with their married neighbors, friends, and coworkers, to be accepted as contributing members of their social and religious communities, and to be welcomed as fully legitimate parents at their kids' schools. They seek to do this by exercising a right that most of us take for granted, the right to marry. Thank you so much.
Josie and I have been together 11 years and we have 2 children. We live here in Jackson. I'm a Millsaps graduate and Josie went to Mississippi State.
Hail State.
We both own successful businesses and we're proud Mississippians. We love Mississippi and it will always be home for us, no matter where we go or where we travel. We want to be able to live here and work here and raise our family here in safety and security. Part of that is being able to be legally and forevermore recognized as married in our home state, not just when we travel.
Our little girl Grace came home from school one day last year and asked why we weren't married like her other friends' parents. We had to explain to her that there were some bad laws in Mississippi that didn't allow us to get married here. It was that day that we began planning a trip to Maine to become legally married, and then we had a party in Jackson 2 months later to celebrate. Since then, we've talked with Grace about changing the bad laws. How most laws are good and are there to protect us, but some are bad and can hurt you. And when you find a bad law, it's up to us as good citizens to work to change them into good laws. We read about Ruby Bridges and how she lovingly fought to change bad laws even as a child. It seems really simple to Gracie that laws that hurt people should be changed. And it's that simple to us too. So here we are, working to change laws that are hurtful to us and to our family, working to make Mississippi even more home for us.
We've been together for 10 years and live in past Christianity. We've not been able to travel outside the state to get married. Describing yourself as a family is usually an easy task. We would answer questions like, what do you do for fun? What are your family get-togethers like? Or how do you manage your hectic schedule with your kids, interests, hobbies, and your work schedule? It'd be easy for many families to answer these questions, not only in Mississippi, but in the U.S. But not for us. A family. Two people meet, they fall in love, they make plans for the future. They get married, buy a house, have kids. They care for one another, manage time together, work on projects, and make more plans. With their kids, they soothe the owies. They kiss the boo-boos and teach them right from wrong. They watch with great hope that their children grow up happy, take their life lessons from their parents, and have successful futures. This is the goal in life of any parent.
We've endured everything that a relationship of 10 years could see. We've been through the bad, surviving Hurricane Katrina, a horrific car accident, and losing loved ones. We've also shared in the good. Witnessing our family grow, watching our sisters and friends married and have children, buying our first home, both of us finishing college. All of this happened and we're still not able to legally call each other wives. Everyone talks about the legal aspects of being able to marry, and these are all very important reasons to point out, but when it comes down to it, I just want to marry the person, the woman, that I've shared my life with for the past 10 years and commit myself to her forever.